One of the main reasons why I stayed motivated for the gym because of how concentrated I am in regards to making sure that I keep a great mental state. And when I'm saying a mental state, I'm not saying, oh, well, I have, mental issues. It's not that. So when I'm saying mental state is when you're at work, us being human, sometimes you become stressed. You have a girlfriend, you have a boyfriend, you become stressed. You're sitting in traffic 8 hours out of the week, you're stressed. So a lot of that can be fixed by heading to the gym. You really do get a awesome stress reliever just by lifting weights, doing cardio, and it really is an adrenaline. And I've heard some people compare it to sex. So it's really up to you on what you are taking out of being fit. Many things that I've noticed too is that when you're around someone who may not be as physical fit as you, it really is a trend in regards to how you respond overall to physical activity. If you're around someone for many years and all they do is eat chicken wings and pizza, for an example, for days out of the week, then it's going to be hard to kind of get motivated if that's what you're exposed to all the time. It really is up to you to kind of pull away from that herd. I'm not just saying, oh, well, I can't speak. I'm not saying you can't speak to people who's eating pizza and chicken wings every day, but it's difficult to be able to, eat healthier or get motivated to the gym if the people that you're hanging around isn't going to the gym. So, pull away from that herd and, try to focus on, yourself and getting yourself healthier to be able to become the best version of yourself. So something that I really suggest that I think that a lot of people may like is take pictures. So if you really do take pictures of your progression, that's something that you should really be able to keep track of too. So, if it's, let's say you're trying to get a six-pack, right? So, staring at your abs for, 6 weeks, I mean, I guess you could probably tell the difference versus even staring in the mirror at your six-pack. But, take pictures because that way you can actually tell the difference. And it's really cool too, being able to, go back even, a few weeks and just, compare where you're at now and, look at your progression. That's actually pretty cool. Me personally, I have my days when I definitely don't want to go to the gym. You feel tired, you don't want to go. So being tired, what I've noticed is that when you're heading to the gym, you're almost tired. And I've spoken to people about this who even go to the same gym that I do. It's not when you're on your way to the gym that's the best part. The best part is when you're in the gym and you're just literally working out and you kind of feel that adrenaline and you get going. It gets to the point for me sometimes where I kind of want to stay longer than I should, but then I'm overworking, right? So make sure that you find the good out of going to the gym. Stop looking at everything that is bad. You're going to be tired. You're not going to feel like going. The motivation, is going to be difficult, but you're going to have to pull away from the herd and definitely make sure that you set your own expectations and no one else's, okay? So that's something that is extremely important. So more tips on how to become motivated for the gym. Guys, so exercises, okay? And I cannot stress this enough. You should really make different exercises part of your gym routine. You do not have to continue doing the same thing every single time you're in the gym. You can do different bicep exercises, back exercises, upper body exercises, and lower body exercises. You do not have to squat every week. Okay, you do not have to squat heavy every week. Personally, me, what I do, I don't squat as much as I used to. I used to squat actually every week, but that has changed. I'll take at least 1 week out of the month and I won't squat. And sometimes I do that just for recovery reasons, and I'll simply do something else. If it's lighter lower body exercises, maybe I'll squat with the Smith machine for an example. It's something just so that I can be able to get my body a little bit jump start onto something else and kind of trick it. You really want to make sure that your muscles are kind of being worked out differently, routinely, because you won't see progression if you're consistently doing the same exercises, and you'll absolutely become bored. And if you are trying to gain weight, make sure that you are being consistent in increasing your weight. That's a huge piece of being able to try to gain muscle if you're in the gym. So make sure that you are routinely increasing your weight. You cannot gain muscle if you're doing the same weight for 6 months. Okay, so increase your weight. Your muscles actually have to become stressed. They have to rip those muscle fibers so that they can actually grow. I've been going to the gym for so long now, it just gets to the point where I'm almost consistent on how much I know that I'm going to do any given day, and especially if I'm squatting, for an example. If I'm squatting really heavy, I try to keep my reps at 6. If I'm squatting weight that is lighter than me squatting 315, for an example, I'll try to keep my reps at maybe 6 or 5. And that's just typically what I do. That's all I have for this podcast 103. I'm going to try to do some more episodes like this. I definitely will have more people on in regards to their motivation, and I'll definitely have more podcasts focused on fitness overall. So this is something I want to let you guys know about with these future podcasts. So what I'm going to end up doing is having my podcast overall, but what the podcast will consist of is episodes such as this one that pretty much gives advice and feedback, personal experience of my own, and things that maybe I've researched, so that whoever's listening can have a little bit more insight into whatever they need to be able to get their motivation for the gym or fitness goals overall, or even if you're just a fitness enthusiast. So on the other side of the podcast, what I'll have is guests, and those guests will come on and I'll have them explain what their motivation is, and that is a lot of what this podcast is about. Podcasts about fitness and motivation. So guys, make sure that you hit the thumbs up button and that you subscribe if you like what you're seeing and you're hearing. Thank you as always. I'll catch you later.
What's up, guys? This is my podcast overall to talk about my fitness journey. Now, topics-wise, it doesn't always have to be about fitness. If there's a topic specifically that I think my listeners may be interested in, then it's likely I can bring it up in the podcast. So don't rule anything out, especially when it comes to this podcast. I appreciate anyone who's listening to this, and I also hope that you do enjoy listening to this and share it with anyone around you, friends, family, and coworkers, and always expect great content. Thank you for listening, and I really do hope you continue to enjoy my podcast.